Good evening, I'm Paula Akana.
And I'm Laura Yamada. Well, he was elected partly for his no-nonsense attitude towards our tax dollars.
But the new Congressman, Charles Djou, has offended some voters by using taxpayer money for automated telephone calls that some say sound like campaigning. KITV4's Daryl Huff joins us live with our exclusive story. Daryl, I understand the Congressman office says he has done nothing wrong.
That's right, Paula. These robocalls were approved in advance by the Bipartisan Franking Commission, which oversees how members of Congress use taxpayer dollars to reach their constituents. But Djou's opponent and some voters say it looks like he's spending government money to campaign for votes.
Because I keep a private number and because I am on a no-call, when the phone rings here, it's normally somebody I really want to talk to.
Rick Benz is also a registered Democrat, so when he answered his phone and heard his new Republican Congressman, Charles Djou, asking his opinion, he didn't give him much time. The first question was, do you believe that government is spending too much and hindering economic recovery?
All he wanted to do is express his opinion.
Benz hung up, but then got the call 2 more times. Another question called the cap-and-trade climate change proposal an energy tax, and told Benz that it would cost his family $3,500 a year.
For him to just call and then call again and call again, well, you know, that's a nuisance.
Congressman Djou did not return our calls. His press secretary sent a statement saying, first, we have not violated the franking rules in any way. The survey provided valuable input from constituents on timely and important legislative issues pending before Congress. Traditionally, Congress members have the right to communicate with their constituents through free mailings called the franking privilege. But in recent years, the rules about franking have been expanded to include electronic communications, including things like robocalls. Djou's best-known opponent, Colleen Hanabusa, said the calls sound like campaign advocacy to her, and his use of taxpayer dollars, she says, is close to what he advocated against. Rick Benz says Djou's staff told him he'd have to live with it.
If it's my taxpayer dollars that are aggravating people, I am very upset about it, because especially when I wanted it stopped, they said they couldn't and wouldn't.
Now, he won't have to live with it much longer. The franking rules cut off the free communication with constituents 90 days before the primary election. That would be this weekend. Paula.
All right, Daryl, so there's nothing really improper going on here?
Well, the only thing really questionable was that there were some calls to people, including myself, who live outside the district, and that's not allowed under the rules. Djou's staff said that was the fault of the private company hired to generate the calls, Paula.
All right, thanks very much, Daryl.